Welcome, creative warriors, to my office slash bedroom in beautiful Stevens Point, Wisconsin. As you can see outside, it is February. It's really beautiful outside, very snowy, so it makes for pretty good skiing and whatnot. Although I'll be honest, I don't ski, but I still think it's gorgeous. Anyways, I just wanted to talk to you guys today for about 4 or 5 minutes, just talking about the concept of shoulding all over ourselves. And I think that a lot of times we have these socially acceptable norms and boundaries that we try to stay within, and I think it's incredible. Thinking that we need to just be ourselves and be impulsive and do things that make sense to us from a divine place. So I'm just going to give you guys just a couple big ideas to maybe chew on a little bit. So why do we need permission to make silly noises or ask a question? And in fact, I grew up really privileged and blessed that I had parents that didn't tell me to stand up straight and do the right thing, but instead tried to just act out what maybe was the right thing to do in any situation. But it encouraged me to make silly noises and, basically just be me, and didn't try to stifle anything that I was or who I was. So, it is interesting that as a society and just, people, in general, we try to look for validation or permission from others to be us. How silly is that? So I just think that, trying to be us. Maybe here are some action steps to try to do that. So I think number one, do socially unacceptable things. Wear shorts in winter. Take your kids to religious ceremonies that are different than what you would normally attend. Start marathoning at 45. That is insane. Who does that? Kind of things. And I think that ultimately, I like to say this is almost like a joke, but it's what all the cool kids are doing. I say that because it's silly, but it's a cool affirmation for ourselves to realize that when we do something small, it can lead to bigger changes and bigger thinking. So start making others question things. And, I even dare you to do that. I think that is the biggest thing, is if we can start to not only question what we're doing, but what others are doing, in a playful and fun kind of way. I think it can lead us to making even bigger, unacceptable changes in our lives and doing more than what we should. So number two, stop chilling with folks who stifle you. I think that's an incredibly important thing. So obviously Shakespeare, LeBron, Einstein didn't chill with people that tried to tell them, you know what, dude, just keep your day job. You're obviously just getting a little crazy here. Obviously those folks were doing the Jim Rome principle of hanging out with the 5 people around them, and those 5 people being the sum of who they ultimately were. So chilling with people who make you a better person, who challenge you to do bigger and greater things rather than to pull you down. Number three, this is my favorite one. Anis Maglio, I'm totally just butchering his last name, but he's a spoken word artist, and he has a poem called Shake the Dust. And he says, this is for the 2-year-olds who speak half gibberish and half God. I just think that's incredible. I get chills every time I think about that one. So just to think about the fact that 2-year-olds are still in some way are divinely connected to source, to God, to the universe, whatever you want to call it. But I think that they really have something going on there with those, just farting whenever they feel like it, or just going up and picking up that toy when they feel like it. So I think just going by our impulses, realizing that those can maybe be coming from more of a divine place rather than trying to always stifle down what we're going through or what we're thinking about. And in some cases being blunt, if it's coming from a place of love. I think the next one is, in order to create lifestyle changes for ourselves, making a daily mantra or daily saying that we have, that we repeat over and over again, but just asking the question, what am I truly wanting? And it can be in this moment, or it could also be in life, in the situation in life that I'm dealing with. And then finally, I think to actually do yoga. So obviously, as creative warriors, we all practice yoga. We all go through sequences. We do different poses, specifically day to day. I have tight hips, so I'm going to do pigeon. Whereas I think maybe in some ways, some days it's really cool to just turn on some really chill music or some rock music, whatever have you, and let it be organic. Let it be ooey gooey. Let it be a meditation in motion. So focusing on the awareness of the body and what like really needs to move right now. So if I have a really tight chest, to just open it up this way, and if it just feels so ooey gooey for me in that moment, then that makes so much more sense than doing dolphin or doing some kind of pose to open up my chest. I think it just makes so much more sense to focus entirely on those muscle fibers that need the movement and need to just open up. So that's it. Those are my couple principles on how to stop shooting all over the place. And so obviously I give you permission, but now it's time for you to give yourself permission. So that's about it. Thanks for checking in, Creative Warriors, and have a fantastic week. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.